different directions. And if I don't speak up right now, I'm gonna be miserable.
Just all this provoking, that's what they want to do.
Mendeecees Harris has been a big name in hip-hop and reality television, keeping viewers interested for years with his emotional and dramatic journey. From his troubled past to his relationship with his wife, Yandy Smith Harris, fans have watched him face challenges and grow as a person. But now, the truth about why he suddenly left love and hip-hop, Atlanta, has finally come out. In a recent interview, Mendeecees shared what was really happening behind the scenes. He said that leaving the show was not just about television, it was about his family, his peace of mind, and how the show was no longer showing his real life. For years, millions of fans saw him go through hard times, from serving time in prison to rebuilding his career and family. His journey to becoming a successful businessman and loving husband was inspiring. But as time passed, Mendeecees started to feel like love and hip-hop no longer showed who he really was. He realized that the constant drama and pressure were hurting his personal life, especially his relationship with Yandy and their children. "My family became my top priority," he said. The endless fights and made-up drama took away his time with his loved ones, and he knew he needed to walk away. But there was more to his decision. People close to the show said that there were also problems behind the scenes. Mendeecees disagreed with the producers about how they were showing his life. He was tired of the show making things seem bigger than they really were just to keep people watching. "I am not that guy anymore," he explained. At some point, he had to make a choice, stay on the show or take control of his own life. He decided to leave, not just love and hip-hop, but anything that did not feel right for him anymore. Since then, Mendeecees has been focusing on his family and his business. He is putting his energy into growing his brand and making sure he has a good future beyond reality television. His exit was a big moment for both him and the show. Fans were sad to see him go because he was one of the most real and relatable people on it. But for Mendeecees, leaving was necessary. He needed to be true to himself and live life in a way that made him happy. Even though he is no longer on love and hip-hop, he is staying focused on what really matters: his family, his peace, and his future. Mendeecees Harris has made it clear that he has no plans to return to reality television. Love and hip-hop, Atlanta was a big part of his life, but it no longer fits where he is going. Now, he is focusing on his family, personal growth, and new opportunities that feel right for him. Even though the show made him famous, fans only saw a small part of what really happened behind the scenes. In a recent interview, Mendeecees finally shared the real reasons he decided to leave. For years, people watched him go through struggles, from spending time in prison to rebuilding his life and family. He worked hard to become a successful businessman and a dedicated husband. Many found his journey inspiring. But as time passed, Mendeecees started feeling like love and hip-hop no longer showed the real him. "The spotlight started affecting my personal life, especially my relationship with Yandy and our kids," he said. The drama and pressure from reality television were making him miss out on important family moments. He knew he had to make a change. While family was his biggest reason for leaving, there were other problems too. People close to the show said that there were issues behind the scenes. Mendeecees often disagreed with the producers. He felt frustrated because the show would twist real events or create fake drama just to keep people watching. "I got tired of being shown in a way that was not true," he explained. He knew the show needed drama, but he did not want to be part of something that no longer felt real. Since leaving, Mendeecees has been focusing on his family and growing his businesses. He is choosing peace over chaos. Love and hip-hop helped him in the past, but now he is ready to build his future on his own terms. Mendeecees Harris started feeling like reality television was mixing entertainment with real life too much. The constant pressure to create drama for higher ratings was becoming too much for him. He realized he needed to step away to take control of his life and find himself again. There were also rumors that his decision to leave love and hip-hop, Atlanta, was because of his growing business ventures. After coming out of prison, he saw reality television as a way to rebuild his life, grow his brand, and provide for his family. But as time passed, he started feeling that reality television was not helping him move forward. Instead, it was holding him back. He made it clear that he was ready for new challenges. His focus had changed from television drama to expanding his business and securing his future. His departure was a big moment, both for himself and for love and hip-hop Atlanta. Fans were sad to see him leave because he was one of the most real and relatable people on the show. But even after stepping away, Mendeecees remained positive. He focused on his family and his growing business empire. His journey, from overcoming his past to working through his relationship with Yandy Smith, kept fans connected to him. Now, his absence has left people wondering how the show will continue without him. Mendeecees has been putting his time into new business projects, especially in fashion and real estate. He stays active on social media, sharing his success and personal growth. Fans have supported his decision to put his family first. While love and hip-hop was a big part of his life, he has made it clear that he has no plans to return. "That is just not the path I want to take anymore," he said. Instead, he is choosing opportunities that allow him to stay true to himself, away from the stress and drama of reality television. But just when people thought everything was peaceful, a new level of drama appeared. Mendeecees is now in a serious legal battle with Kirk Frost. This is not just another reality show argument. This situation could have real consequences. The details of the case are not fully known yet, but there are strong rumors of betrayal and secrets being exposed. People have noticed that Kirk has been acting differently behind Mendeecees' back. Secret meetings, sneaky moves, and strange decisions. It looks like Mendeecees finally had enough. His lawsuit against Kirk has brought everything into the open. And the biggest surprise? Yandy Smith has not said anything about it. She always stood by Mendeecees in the past, but this time, she is completely silent. Does this mean she does not agree with what Mendeecees is doing? Or is something even bigger happening behind the scenes? The truth is still unfolding, but one thing is clear: this story is far from over. Yandy Smith has not said a single word about the situation, and people are starting to wonder why. Could it be that she is afraid that speaking up might expose some of her own secrets? In the world of hip-hop and Hollywood, nobody is completely innocent, and everyone has something they want to keep hidden. Now, let us break everything down. This whole situation started with serious accusations against Kirk Frost. Many believe that he had a secret plan against Mendeecees. It all began with Kirk's hidden relationship with Jasmine Blue. This caused a lot of problems, not only in his marriage with Rashida Frost, but also for Mendeecees and his family. Then, out of nowhere, a private conversation between Kirk and Mendeecees was leaked. Even though their meeting happened in a public place, someone secretly recorded them and released the video to the media. When people heard what was being said, they were completely shocked. Mendeecees did not stay quiet. He warned Kirk that if he did not stop whatever he was doing, he would take him to court. But instead of stopping, Kirk turned around and threatened Mendeecees. This showed everyone that Kirk was used to trying to ruin other people's careers, but this time, things were not in his favor. However, Mendeecees is not new to problems. He has faced many struggles before, including time in prison, so he knows exactly how to defend himself. When he saw that Kirk was not stopping, he decided to take legal action. But this is not just a simple case. This is about something much bigger. Mendeecees wants to prove that Kirk was not just causing trouble, but was actually trying to destroy him on purpose. Now, what exactly did Kirk do? According to sources, he was secretly interfering in Mendeecees' business. He was approaching Mendeecees' clients and business partners, telling them false stories, and even leaking private company records. Basically, Kirk had planned a serious attack against Mendeecees' success. This was no longer just a personal problem, it had become a real battle. Mendeecees knew the only way to stop it was to fight back through the legal system. Think about it. Mendeecees would not be taking such a big step if this was just a small argument. But when someone starts playing with your personal life, your business, and your reputation, this is no longer just a disagreement. This is war. And this is not just any war, it is a fight for power. Both Mendeecees and Kirk are strong men in their industries, and they both know how to handle pressure. But this is not the end of the story. Kirk Frost is not someone who will sit back and accept defeat. Now that the lawsuit has been filed, the big question is, what will Kirk do next? Will he fight this case in court, or is he already planning something behind the scenes? And the biggest mystery of all, why is Yandy Smith staying so quiet? Ever since this case became public, she has not said anything. Could it be that she already knew about this before everyone else? Or, even worse, could she actually be on Kirk's side? If Yandy is really staying away from this situation on purpose, what does that mean for Mendeecees? As long as Yandy was on his side, Kirk had no chance. But if Yandy starts to lean toward Kirk, then Mendeecees could lose this fight. The real question now is, what will Mendeecees do next? This legal battle is just beginning. What happens now? What will Kirk do next? Where does Yandy really stand in all of this? And most importantly, what will Mendeecees gain if he wins this case? In Part 2, we will break down everything, how the media is covering this, legal loopholes that might change the case, and how people in the industry are reacting. Stay tuned, because this story is about to take an even crazier turn. Now that Mendeecees has officially taken Kirk to court, things are about to get really messy. Kirk Frost is not someone who backs down easily. He is already working behind the scenes to change the situation in his favor. This is not just a lawsuit, it is a battle of power, influence, and hidden secrets. And when it comes to someone like Kirk, you can be sure that he is using every trick he knows to avoid losing. Kirk Frost is not just sitting back and defending himself, he is taking things to a whole new level. Instead of simply fighting against the lawsuit filed by Mendeecees, Kirk is reportedly preparing to strike back with his own legal action. Yes, you heard that right. He is not just denying the claims made against him, he is planning to turn the entire situation around and put Mendeecees on the defensive. Kirk's legal team is working on a counter-lawsuit, and the argument they're making is shocking. They are trying to claim that Mendeecees made up this entire case just to ruin Kirk's reputation. According to Kirk's side, this is not about justice or business, it is about personal jealousy and revenge. They want to convince the public and the court that Mendeecees is not an innocent victim, but instead, someone who is bitter and looking for a way to bring Kirk down. Now, let us break this down. Kirk and Mendeecees have had a complicated history. They both built their names in the industry, and they both have strong personalities. But Kirk's team is arguing that Mendeecees has been watching Kirk's success from the sidelines and feeling some type of way about it. They claim that Mendeecees, instead of focusing on his own businesses, decided to go after Kirk because he could not stand to see him winning. But here's where things get even messier. Kirk's team is not just saying that Mendeecees is jealous, they are trying to paint him as someone who is desperate to stay relevant. They claim that since leaving reality television, Mendeecees has been struggling to maintain his influence in the industry. And what better way to get attention than by filing a high-profile lawsuit against someone like Kirk? This is the story that Kirk's lawyers are pushing. They want people to believe that Mendeecees is using this legal battle as a publicity stunt, not because he has a real case. Kirk's strategy is clear. He wants to shift the focus away from his own actions and make Mendeecees look like the problem. Instead of answering for the accusations against him, he wants to make the conversation about Mendeecees' motives. It is a classic move. If you cannot prove your innocence, make the other person look guilty. But here's the big question: will people actually believe this? The reality is that Kirk's reputation is not exactly spotless. He has been caught in multiple scandals, from cheating allegations to shady business dealings. So, trying to paint himself as the innocent victim might be a tough sell. On the other hand, Mendeecees has had his own legal troubles in the past, which Kirk's team will definitely bring up to damage his credibility. This counter-lawsuit is not just about legal strategy, it is about controlling the narrative. If Kirk can convince people that Mendeecees is the real villain in this story, he might be able to escape the consequences of the original lawsuit. But if the truth comes out, this could backfire in the worst way possible. Now, let us stop for a moment, jealous of Kirk's success? Last time we checked, Kirk was caught cheating on his wife, losing business deals, and struggling to fix his public image. But now, he suddenly wants to act like he is the victim? This does not make sense. And it gets even worse. Kirk is not just using legal arguments, he is also using his connections in the industry to control the situation. And guess who is helping him? His wife, Rashida Frost. Let us be real, Rashida has always stood by Kirk, no matter what, even after all his cheating and shady business moves. And now, she is reportedly using her own power to protect Kirk from this lawsuit. According to rumors, Rashida has been reaching out to big names in the industry, trying to stop the media from talking about this case. Think about it. If a big lawsuit like this was filed, all the major blogs and news sites should be covering it. But strangely, many of them are completely silent. So the real question is, why? What are Kirk and Rashida trying to hide? And how far will they go to control the story?